When I go paint, I'm not sick. I don't feel sick. I'm creating something, and my mind is on my creation, not on being a sick person.
We were married over 30 years ago. Vanessa was an artist. I was a scientist. So we have totally different ways of looking at the world and at things.
Asking different questions together.
My first instinct as a scientist is I know there's information on the internet. And I went to probably the National Cancer Institute site, and I saw that at that time the survival rate for stage 4 colorectal cancer was not good. It was like 5-year survival rate of 5%.
I admired the way dogs live their lives, and I would do my best to live my life in the same kind of a way. They don't look up things on the internet and scare themselves. And I thought, wow, that's a really practical way to approach the whole thing.
So how we try to deal with it is we look at the short term, and for example, so she has taken on that creative side, because when she is creative, she's not sick.
I'm not sick.
Achieving an artful balance.
Different people in the family can have very different ideas about information, and it can still all work in support of the patient. You know, in Vanessa and Roy's case, I feel like for him to have the cognitive information that he wants to have, that allows him to go, okay, I'm in. I'm ready to work now.
For example, I will follow Vanessa's lead. If there's information she wants to know,
he'll look it up.
I'll look it up, and I can help with that kind of information. If she doesn't want to know that information, then I won't communicate with her. But I might look it up. I might be more interested in those things.
And yet I've also told him that it's not his responsibility to explain it to Vanessa. If she wants to know questions about the statistics, he tells her to call me, and I tell her, because my job here is I should be the bad guy.
There can be healing without curing.
With Vanessa, I've used her art as a barometer of how functional she is. Because for her, that's really her work. And if she doesn't feel well enough to do it, that means to me that something big is happening in her quality of life. So that's been a really important point of conversation for us. And it's part of the language that we've developed around how she's really doing.
When I got sick, I decided that what I really needed to do at that point is back off from all my commitments and return to doing my own art. I thought that would be healing for me. I'm either extremely, extremely lucky, because 5 years ago was my diagnosis, over 5 years now, and I'm still doing pretty good. And I think maybe part of it is just having those times when I'm not sick. I'm not a sick person. I'm in the process of making some tile for our kitchen walls, and I'm carving a door to go over the hot water heater closet, and so things that will be used and appreciated and loved, because I think it's that love that goes into them that makes them worthy of handing it down. And it satisfies the little monster in me, too.
Department of Health and Human Services, USA. National Institutes of Health. National Cancer Institute. www.cancer.gov/prognosis. 1-800-4-CANCER. Produced December 2012.